No Uncle Tom, so I'm fucking up that middle way. So fucking scared that I might just up and retaliate. You actually rocks in my heart, beating through the hate. Motherfucker past, talking about shit that happened yesterday. I'm on my knees, oh Lord, help me control this rage. I'm being teased like a bitch, locked within a cage. They're setting traps, and I won't get me twice to see. They won't be waiting till they got me hanging from a tree. I'm still running, but I got the Lord on my side. Put up a corner for my homies that have fucking died. Ain't nothing changed, I still live my life in fear. I ask you, God, what we love to
What's up, everybody? What's up, man?
What's going down, man?
How we doing? This T.O.G and Marilla, man, rocking it with the truth with Amy. So you already know, man. Hey, we here for this is another month. Yep. We do it once a month, so we in our second month doing it.
It's our third month.
This is our third month? Okay, my bad. This is our third month, right? So,
It's our fourth month.
fourth month? Okay.
Yeah.
You sure? Not the
I'm
fifth?
positive.
So she said the fourth, not the fifth. But anyway, man, look, man, we happy to be here, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. You know how we start off, man. How everybody week was, you know.
Well, we started.
Look at everybody looked at Tim.
Hey, man, listen. I had a mishap, right? And this is what I'm gonna tell everybody, man. When you go to these doctors and you talk to them, understand your body. Understand what you're allergic to and what you're not. At least try to. I went to the doctor and they wanted to change some medicine, blood pressure medicine. So I had the medicine, but someone was telling me not to take it. You know, just like, why am I taking this? You know?
First man.
Yeah. So, but when it got down to it, I said, well, let me try, because I don't want to put myself in a situation, you know what I'm saying? But I do a lot of things to help my health, but I'm taking it. I messed around and took that medicine. Everything on me swole up.
Was it lisinopril?
Yup.
Lisinopril?
It was some Pril.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what everybody.
And man, listen, black folks, understand when I say black folks, they say that ain't, it ain't good for me. So, I mean, and like I'm here tonight just out of dedication, because I'm not really, my face still kind of swole and all that, but I'm gonna take care of my business. But it was rough. I had to spend 2 nights in the hospital.
Yeah.
They were scared that my throat was gonna swell up, that I wasn't gonna be able to breathe. They were ready to, give me a breathing tube, everything. It was real serious.
I know it, bro.
You should have called your herbalist friend.
Your herbalist, not herbalist.
He didn't even call his herbalist friend.
Listen, I was running. I woke up, I thought my gun hit me in the face.
Yeah. We saw the pictures, and when you were FaceTiming that night, boy, it was real big.
It was rough.
You got a picture?
Yeah,
he got pictures. Yeah.
I see your ass a little small.
Yeah, all this is just still, I'm just thankful for God. Thank God that that I'm strong and I'm resilient, and nothing really gonna stop me. You know what I'm saying? Unless He decides. So understanding that, I just keep going. But other than that, and getting myself together mentally, it was more of the stress than physically, because you work so hard to be who you gonna be, and then you working for this new life, and then it made me realize that wealth is nothing without health. I mean, you got to be wealthy in your health before you be wealthy anywhere else. So if I can say anything, get anything from it, it's taking care of yourself. I'm a guy that works out and do everything that I can do to stay healthy. But now it makes me more like the herbalist, getting on tea, and I'm doing things that gonna be different. Because we don't remember, everything they do is practice. Okay? It's practice. You know what I'm saying? So, try this. So we really don't know what's going on. So, just be careful.
We're glad you made it through, bro. I mean, you said dedicated. I mean, you should.
That's a little. You got to do what you got to do, because you got to be strong in everything you stand in.
Yeah.
And that's what this is all about to me. It's about getting the information out, keeping up with what's going on, and then showing people that, the resilience of people, of men, of women, of us. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay. We really appreciate that.
Well, talk to us the truth with Amy. Tell us about your week.
It is Thanksgiving week. You already know what's up. I'm in these stores shopping for these home folks in the city. And for me, because I had to sneak and get my stuff in. Well, I ain't sneaking in, but I ease our shopping in while I'm shopping for somebody else as well, so it makes it easier for us. So, like, on the way here tonight, we had some last minute stuff to get. We realized we had everything except some sweet to eat.
Yeah.
We ain't have no cakes, no pies, no nothing. We ain't got no sauce. We ain't never had one of them.
Really?
We got some type of key lime pie and a chocolate cake. We had to get the key lime pie because I got 2 children that's too much chocolate. They don't like chocolate like that. So I've been preparing for Thanksgiving. And actually, when we leave here, I got to go home and finish chopping up bell peppers, onions, celery to get ready for this dressing.
So let me ask you
Cranberry sauce. And macaroni and cheese.
Do y'all be happy when it's Thanksgiving?
And chicken.
Y'all be happy?
And rolls.
Y'all be happy?
It depends on who they are.
No, I'm saying like when Thanksgiving is coming up, are y'all happy that
leading up to?
Excited about Thanksgiving, like you do for Christmas, put it like that.
Our family is yes, because we don't fool with nothing but the children. We got enough kids, so we'll have to deal with them with the kids. But as far as extended, like going out, is definitely a headache.
Okay.
Trying to decide, we'll just deal with our own family this season.
Yeah.
So it gets like that.
So I mean, my week it was pretty good. No extravagant, but I was more. I kept seeing all these killings, man. It's getting crazy out here in Virginia with the football players that got killed, right?
Yes.
Then wake up and see the Idaho. The Idaho killing.
The stabbing.
Yeah, the stabbing. And then shit. Hell, I wake up this morning, I see another Virginia Walmart with a manager. As soon as the shift changed, the manager walked in the break room and killed 6 people. I'm like, dude.
Are you serious?
I'm telling y'all. Shit get crazy. So I'm just like, okay.
It's a lot going on out here in the world. I'm not gonna lie.
But now, I heard the Virginia thing with some bullets and stuff.
Talking about with the football.
You know what though? I can believe that.
So let's just put alleged. We'll put
Allegedly.
Put alleged on top of it. Allegedly.
Don't know, but that's what they're saying.
That he got bullied.
I can believe that because bullying cause you to say, you know what, you ain't gonna do this to me no more. This is the last time.
But does it have to go that far?
It don't.
I mean, because even with cause we dealt with bullies when I was growing up.
Back then it was just cracking. We called it cracking.
Right.
Now they took it to.
They took it to. I mean, I believe that too sensitive. See, this is where I'm coming from because okay, somebody janking at you, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If your skin ain't tough enough, then just you got to toughen up somewhere. I would think, but you never know. Everybody got their own way of doing their thing. But me, we dealt with bullies all the time, and. We either gonna fight or we gonna jank back. But I ain't got to shoot you. I ain't got to kill you because the thing is, you kids.
Yep.
You kids do stuff. People they don't think about it. It's fun and games, but to go get a gun to kill somebody because they talk about you.
That's deep.
It's levels. If you think about it, like you said, New York. You crack. It was called cracking.
Yeah.
You either learn how to crack, man.
That's it. That was it.
So that was a level. Then it came to a level when you got bullied or cracked on, they were killing themselves. Committing suicide.
Oh.
Now they're on a level like, I ain't taking it no more. I'm killing you. So you know what I'm saying? If you think about this generation, it's more like enough is enough. I'm not taking no more. Think about when these young kids that start fighting back with the police. Back out there, it was unheard of. You shooting police, whatever, or shoot. These kids now, it's It's
Well, I'm not gonna say it was unheard of, cause
no, but I'm saying there was a rarity though. It's coming now.
But see, right now, like you even got look at Facebook and look at the parents on Facebook. Parents on Facebook saying stuff, and then if you say a certain things, I'll pull up. So they're teaching their children to pull up and to do stuff.
It ain't even a fight.
Right? They pull up. Now they either gonna pull up the fight. Or
no, they not pulling up the fight. I'm telling you, they pulling up the shoot.
Or fight, one or the other. But I seen some girls do it. Like they're, no. Like I had an issue on Facebook one time. A girl was like, well, whatever was going on, because I had a difference of opinion. There's always a difference of opinion. Yeah. The girl was telling them, somebody said, well, if you want this smoke, you can pull up. So the girl was like, well, she do my baby daddy hair. She ain't hard to find. I said, let me tell you something. It's a husband living in this house inside the Gate City Projects. Now, you can pull up if you want
all the way on the bank.
Pull up if you want to. And he's not going to appreciate y'all pulling up at his house with his mess, because he don't even bring drama to the door. Yeah. We don't do that. Yeah. But so long story short, they never came. But now with my kids one time, we at the park one time, they done came over to me. I'm enjoying the jazz in the park. Enjoying my little children on the playground, playing everything. Good, I'm chilling. My children come over and say, Mom, there's some kids over there talking about us. I said, well. So they took me over there to the children. Them with the raggedy little set of children I ever seen in my life. Never had. I looked at them children, I looked at my children. I said, let me tell y'all something. All this material on these children. Y'all done came over there and got me. I'm gonna go sit back down and enjoy the show. Y'all have at it with these kids. And when they got through with the kids, they say the kids left. The kids, get out of them. I taught y'all how to crack. We crack on each other all day. Don't come telling me that these kids talk about you crack back on them. As long as they ain't trying to fight you, we good.
So getting back to bullying.
Yeah.
The topic is bullying. We talk about bullying.
Yes.
And we're gonna take it. We always see bullying amongst peers, friends, stuff like that. But what about bullying inside the family? And I don't think a lot of people gonna be like, "What are you talking about?" And the thing I'm getting at when I say bullying inside the family, it's more like, you know how families is separation. You know, you got your cliques over here. You got a clique that, I guess, the popular clique in the family. Everybody hang with. You got two or three that we don't deal with them.
Yeah.
So, to me, I take it, I looked at it for him, I don't know, it hit me like that's bullying. If you think about it, it's like, who makes those rules inside the family? Like, there's certain people, they're not welcome around, or they're not part of us.
Well, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Because I got family members like that. They do it to themselves. It's their behaviors.
Okay.
It's things that they do. It's things that they're saying. If you got alcohol involved, you got a certain family member, they get too drunk.
Okay.
Now you want to cause problems in the family. But as far as the bullying in the family is concerned, I honestly think that my children sometimes bully my middle boy because he's so chunky. You know what I'm saying? So they're always like, you so fat, you saying this and that. He cracks back, but sometimes I get to thinking, maybe he don't want to hear that all the time.
Gotcha.
The fat jokes, And so what happens is the person that's getting cracked all the time is feeling some type of way. And us, we having fun. You know what I'm saying? At their expense. We're like, oh, no, what you get mad for? You know what I'm saying? You is me. They might be dealing with something.
I believe that if people talking about you or whatever, that's their business. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what do they know about you? In all actuality, they might know some physical attributes that you might, or they might think are not attractive, or they might not think fit. But the real thing is, who are you? I mean, from the inside. You know what I'm saying? So bullying only can harm you when you're insecure in who you are. Being insecure in who you are, how would I care about you thinking anything about me? You know what I'm saying? People think things about you all the time. People been talking about me all my life. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I was younger, I used to bully my sisters. I know that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't bullying to the point where I wanted to hurt them. It was to keep them in line because all these little dudes was running around. You know what I'm saying? They were little girls. So I had to keep them in check because mama working all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't consider it bullying then, but it could have been considered bullying now because it was like we had to take care of the family. I was the only male there. So am I going to let these other guys come around and just do what they want to around these? No. So I'm going to bully them and me. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the bully.
Yeah. So that's just how I was then.
Okay.
And then, but I was secure in who I was.
But let me say this real quick, and I'm so sorry. Sometimes it's the matriarchs that be the
or
bullies.
patriarch,
Yeah, okay. The patriarchs that be the bullies because
Well, they with it.
right. It's sometimes it's grandparents, great grandparents, uncles. It's the older family members sometimes that's the bullies and that the people don't want to deal with. And I know that from experience. The older family members keeping up the stuff.
Yeah. You know, one of my biggest things I always say, if you however the family's going, you always look at the head. You know, the head of the family. Normally, you can kind of pinpoint them and see how they move. And you be like, okay, this is why this like this. You know what I'm saying? The matriarch and patriarch move in a certain way, or they went. And so I was getting back to you that said, if certain people say when they come around, they drunk or whatever, or they loud or confrontation. So what do you say for the people that's not even like that and still be bullied? So what we talking about then? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're not welcome around the family, or just make them feel.
I don't think that they're not welcome. They just don't be. Those particular people just don't be want to come around.
So what make them not want to come around?
Because they don't want to deal with that. They don't want to. It's the fact that it's too much drama. It's a lot. I don't want to argue with nobody. I don't want to feel like you're getting smart with me. I don't want to feel like you're bothering my kids. And see me, I was one of everybody in my family is married.
Okay.
Here I go with 4 baby daddies. Okay. So consistent. Then I was a teen mom, which all of them were teen moms. So that was, it's like I don't even. My grandmother had 3 baby daddies.
Shit didn't stink.
It did, right? Right. But the children, they didn't either were married or didn't get married or didn't have children. So now you got me coming along with these kids out of wedlock, 3, 4 baby daddies, and of course it was always something missing because I was raised Pentecostal and Baptist.
Okay.
Pastors in the family, child. I done had to get some folks killed.
You just out there slinging.
Child, baby. Then my grandma want to get on the phone. Here we go.
You want to serve?
Getting on the phone, right? Telling everybody.
Yeah, all you big.
Everybody.
They bad with that.
Yes, I'm getting suspended from school. You gonna call everybody? Then they coming over for Thanksgiving. Everybody asking me
that.
back.
You know what that is? Why is you got to tell everybody my business?
Right.
What does that got to do with anything?
They came to help or nothing. They ain't at one parent conference.
So why is you telling?
Why they got to know?
And that used to be a big thing in our family. My thing with my mom was like, look, it wasn't the fact that we didn't want to go around. It was the fact that's how whatever business we got. We ain't come here to be judged by nobody. We came here to basically gather amongst our kin.
Yeah.
So when we come down, we don't come down for you to tell me what we ain't doing, what we should do. We don't need you to tell us how to live.
And why we think that the other family members better think they better? Why they holy rollers? They think they better. Why are you even thinking this? Why are you even thinking it?
I mean, what in your mind puts you in a position to think that because you got something more that is better?
That's a good one too, because you do have a family member saying they be looking down at folks.
And see, what I'm gathering from y'all too is people won't come around because they feel like they're being judged.
Bothered, judged, bullied, all of them.
So that's what I'm getting. So if we making a certain one feel uncomfortable, but who makes these decisions in the family? Like
the individual.
It's not a collective thing that they sit up and have a meeting about.
No, it's just individual.
It's just certain spirits. It's a thing that's in the spiritual realm where your spirit might vex another spirit. And these people don't know how to really handle this confidence that you come in with. Like, why are you so confident? Why do you walk like ain't nothing wrong with you? And you're not really doing that. You're just being who you are. But they thinking that this car, this house, this job makes them this. You don't have none of that, but you walk in with an air of confidence in yourself, and they're like, why are you confident?
Yeah.
Why do you think you can just walk in here and be? Because I am.
Yeah.
And you get upset because I am, because you have based your confidence on the things that you have. I base my confidence on who I am. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? Things doesn't make me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people think their job means something. People think their titles mean something. That don't mean nothing. And then they get upset because it don't mean nothing to you. And when you can walk away from stuff, like I walk away from plenty of things. And people are like, well, how do you walk away from that? You didn't never care. When it doesn't serve me anymore, why am I dealing with it?
Right. Why am I dealing?
I always just seen when family. I always in my mind, I just look. You can let your hair down. You come be yourself. I mean, you just like everybody got something going on. Like nobody perfect. So I just always feel like when you say family, ain't no judgment. It's like, man, we got the same blood flowing. So what are we talking? We come from the same lady or this type of stuff.
But like you said, the matriarch and the patriarch got to stop that. My sons got into it this past summer, real bad. My oldest one done decided that my youngest one ain't his brother no more. They done decided they ain't brothers no more. Right. Like, how y'all just not gonna be brothers no more? Y'all my children. So I got him in the car and we drove up to my youngest son and I made them talk that out and hug it out. And I even did a video on Facebook because y'all my children. I'm not finna have my kids at odds about nothing stupid, about no material, about things. No, thank you.
You did right.
And then
as a matriarch,
the thing is, what I found out at a meeting one time out there, that most of the killings are done by domestic violence participants. Okay, so now you get into a domestic violence. Domestic violence doesn't have to be male or female; it can be family members.
Yep.
A couple weeks ago, allegedly, a nephew shot an uncle, whatever. But it's things like that you think that you can disrespect. Like, I'm an uncle, but I'm not going to disrespect my nephew, niece, and nothing like that. I stop messing with you before I come at you like that. I just leave you alone. Because there's no need of me getting any upset about you or what you do or what you're not doing that I feel you should do. Because that's your life. That's your life. That's not mine. If you want to live your life like that, that's fine. But I don't have to participate in that.
Right.
See, what gets me is that when I decide not to participate, they'll get mad at me.
There go your answer right there. And then you personally, individually decide not to participate. So when it came down to our families, I personally decided, because at first it was just going to be me, Jermaine, and our daughter. And the one that's there.
But y'all said the key thing though. It's a reason you decided not to participate. It's a reason.
Self-care.
Yeah, that's
self-care.
But I mean, it was self-care. It was a reason made you go in that mode of even self-care.
Yeah, the thing is, it was the vibe was off. We walk in here, and you can walk in a room anywhere. And when the vibe is off, you know it.
Yep.
I mean, you can sit and try to fake the vibe, but you'll leave that situation and say, that vibe was off.
Yep.
So when I feel the vibe off, for me, then why am I there?
Because I'm not trying to.
And then the fact they do then, they a lot of people like throw their hand, or deflect like, oh, what's wrong with him? What problem going on with him? Man, everybody go to the root. See, it's a lot of time we'll talk about. We'll say, okay, Tim got a problem. She don't know what Tim problem. We won't go like people be knowing what the problem was. But we want to address it.
Yep.
And a lot of times we won't have that conversation. Everybody be grown. A lot of people won't sit down and have that uncomfortable conversation to even move forward.
Is it worth having the conversation? What are you gaining from it?
Because the person might not change. They might be the person that's saying, this is how I am, you know how I am, accept me how I am. Mm-hmm. Now those people, we pretty much allow them
to be
that instead of checking them.
Well, it's still uncle,
Yep.
But the thing is, what if it's not that? What if the fact that you just don't jive?
Yep. Because that's
you just don't jive. I mean, it's just not there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're on two different levels. Okay, so now you're on one level, I'm on another level. So we can't really jive together. So I'm cool with that. I'm gonna let you go through that because I know where I'm at, you know where you are.
You can have that with kids too.
Yeah.
With your own children, you can give birth to a child and you don't bite. And I know that from experience.
Man, that's so tough.
Yeah, but you got to deal with it.
Yeah. It's tough, but
I mean, but the thing is, all I want, like me and my son, we talk, we kick it. Yeah. But he don't come around like that. He ain't run. But I don't trip with him.
Gotcha.
Because he got a life he's living. Mm-hmm. I'm there.
Yeah.
If you need me, my nigga, all you gotta do is call.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is let me know. I'm gonna call, talk, we're gonna do our thing. Mm-hmm. But I don't press nothing.
Right.
Ain't no sense in pressing. Because when he's ready, one thing I learned when I was incarcerated, it says when the student is ready, the teacher will come. Mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. So now, when it's time for me to learn, a teacher come that I will accept, And I would say, okay, I'm listening to what you're saying. But if I'm not ready to learn something, then I'm going to be sitting in a space till I open my mind up to learn. A lot of times we want things to be a certain way, but are we willing to go through the process of getting it there?
Well, are we even ready yet?
Are we even ready?
I like that you're going to talk about this tomorrow.
And then a lot of times,
You gonna stop doing. You gonna every time we come, the next day it be something.
Pulling off. I mean, give me some good stuff. The teacher came.
but see, that's what she talked about this morning on the line. She talked about it. And by the way, people, please tune in every morning.
Every morning.
6 a.m.
I gotta get better with it.
Yo, so she was talking about it this morning, like, you know, she's in the learning mode. You know, she's trying to learn, you know, right now. It ain't no time to, you know,
Compete. Right.
compete. She's learning. And so if you can get something from us and we can get something from you, we here to help each other.
Yeah, and that's it.
You know, we here to grow.
Well, listen, now another thing we're looking at as far as that, as far as growing and learning, is being on the same page. What is the family's mission?
And see, I got to learn how to be more of a participant in the family. I got to be a better family participant.
That's your own self-awareness.
This is my own. I did, because even when we had the conversation earlier, because this is family, because we are family here. When Vic said, "Well, we should have talked about this earlier," and he's right. I'm just a person that don't say to me. Y'all see, I mean, I talk a lot on. Y'all see me. It look like I talk a lot.
People talk a lot of being shy.
Right.
I mean,
exactly right. So I'm not very quick to say I got a problem or, you know, call and ask for help, or, you know, I'm not quick to do that. So I've got to learn. Absolutely.
Exactly. But when you grow into a position of self-reflecting, self-understanding, you also get into a hermit mode, because everything is about self. You know what I'm saying? You think, especially after people disappointed you, abandoned you, left you out there in the cold. When you thought that you had help and you called for help, you say, "Hey man, I need some help." The next thing you know, everybody in the family know you need help. You know, all that old mess there. What is that?
That's so good. You play, see what I'm saying? That's why you go in the hermit mode right there.
I mean, exactly.
So
we're gonna go back. So we're gonna go back to the bullying. So so within family, sometimes I think it's passed down through the generations too. Certain, just say they didn't like your mom or your grandma.
Ooh,
so they all like that
the whole lineage.
Kids ain't did this to you.
Can't nobody
I just don't even wrong. Cause you think about it. All right, so think about this. When siblings get mad at each other, if the sisters or the brother, sister, or whoever not talking, they don't talk with the children.
The children can't talk, because you can't. When that child asks you to call Uncle and Dad, shut the hell up.
Yeah.
About to call Uncle and Dad today.
Well, see, that's something that in my experience, I went through some things like that in our family, but I never stopped. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever y'all got going on, that's y'all. But see, I was grown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't a child. But even as a child, understanding a lot of things that were going on, I would never stop loving who I love. Because regardless of what you might be, that ain't gonna stop me from, you know what I'm saying? And my sister's the same way. I done broke up with plenty of women. They still cool with them. Because the way we looked at it is, if I built a relationship with you, just because you stop liking me, don't mean you gotta stop liking them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just how it is. You know, if things go wrong, why would I stop? You have a relationship.
It get deeper than that too, though, because folks be fooling around with folks' spouses and get real deep. We didn't even scratch the surface. I thought about it.
Yeah.
I had to think about it.
When they go into that mode, it'd be like, you know, y'all shook that then. You know what I'm saying? That just, I mean, you can't let them urges go past the boundaries of bloodline.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's just keep it real. I mean, because if you want to keep harmony within the sections that you're in, then you got to keep harmony. You got to keep yourself in check.
You got to have discipline.
Discipline. That's the whole thing, you know. I mean, I mean, people lust, sure enough. You know what I'm saying? But still, you got to have that discipline part where you're saying to yourself, hey, this is off limits.
And see, we're around with Thanksgiving. So the family members that feel like they got bullied or they feel like they're not part of the family, this is not a good time for them, you know, like, it's not a happy time for them.
Uh-uh.
You know, because normally you want to be around family around Thanksgiving, you know, because everybody's going to come together and eat and celebrate or whatnot. So every
I mean, but that's when you make your own family, though. Yeah. I mean, you can't, you know, just because you're blood don't mean you're family.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
You relate.
You know, one thing about when I was incarcerated, on these days like this, we had a family of dudes that we broke bread with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was no like, okay, I couldn't be with my family. We had dudes that I built relationships with, working out, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then you became close knit. You know what I'm saying? You looked out for each other because you was in a situation where you were grinding together, basically, trying to live, trying to survive. So that built a family type bond. You know what I'm saying? Because you have all type of things going on in the jungle. So you got to find your like mind. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody ain't thinking alike in that.
Yeah.
And you got all type of shit going on.
Man, like with me, man, my wife always tell me, like, baby, everybody ain't like you. Like for me, when it comes to family, I never dislike nobody in the family. You know, everybody got their ways. Don't get me wrong. I be like, I mean, but then it gets to a point where when you feel like you get mature, you kind of have to move forward. Like, and like you just said, you have to build your own. Oh, it's real.
I mean, especially with us in the entertainment industry, so we bump heads a lot. Okay, because he's his own artist. Right? You know what he like to do. Like,
but that's business. Y'all mixing business. Right. That's business with family. I get that.
It's bad.
Okay.
Now, me and my middle one, that's the one that he is the most like me in a lot of ways.
You be looking at yourself then, I think, with the middle.
The middle one, sometimes I can't even stand, even when he smells great, fresh out the shower, smelling good. It's something about him that just.
He's so stupid.
You see yourself in that one.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. We just like, even when I try to, you know, have the compassion and love and hug on him, and it just, that voice. Like,
see, so okay, so we talking about bullying, right? Yeah. So imagine how you feel if your kid's getting bullied at school. So how can somebody else bully somebody? Because a lot of times we don't never put ourselves in those shoes. Mm-hmm. We do stuff and never think about the other side of it. Mm-hmm. So I think a lot of times we need to, you know, before we do stuff like that, or even make somebody feel unwelcome or uncomfortable, like, put yourself in those shoes.
But how do you know they feel uncomfortable?
Yeah, well, now you know.
I mean,
I don't know it took for
if
me.
If it's your child, you know
this shit. Like, I don't know. Like, for me, I know if I didn't wrong somebody or...
Well, wrong, I'm talking about if you just being you. I ain't talking about you purposely going after
okay.
I'm just talking about people think you bullying when you just being you.
I've had that.
You know what I'm saying? Because, see, I come in somewhere and people be thinking different... You know what I'm saying? Scenario, cause, you know, it's always been this thing. Oh, you're intimidated. Hey, what are you talking about?
The Dharma glasses.
The who?
The Dharma glasses.
The Dharma glasses.
But I love those.
Look, see, I got the yellow shit. I like the yellow
things.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, people just come with the whole... And you just be you. You know what I'm saying? I've had situations where I can be somewhere and I just be chilling, not saying nothing. And I remember just, especially back then, I had this one guy, we was doing the music, you know, I was in music. So, I mean, we just kicking it, you know, so we just hanging out, whatever. Matter of fact, we had Freaknik in 93. Mm-hmm. So all of a sudden, we getting on, we going up to talk to some people from Sony. We gotta do a little showcase or whatever. So we get in the elevator. So, all the other guys like, why the hell he grabbed you? I said, man, I don't know what he was thinking about. Yeah. He said he should have grabbed anybody but you. But it just, the presence sometimes causes people to act.
So you have an intimidating presence. Like, you have to think. Like, a lot of times, you don't smile a lot.
No, I smile. I ain't nothing to smile about.
So what I'm saying, if you always, like a stalemate face, I tell my wife, if you're not smiling, it's hard. It makes it unapproachable. I don't know what you're thinking. I don't know if you're in a good mood or a bad mood. But you have an intimidating presence when you come to if you don't know you. I know you, so.
I was exactly happy. I had a friend like that. They never smiled. I call her my serious face, but I knew when she was laughing on the inside.
Exactly. You got to know.
I do.
Like you're just a battle, you know you, but you ain't. You not. Your force is like.
Yeah, but
don't fuck with me.
Yeah, I mean, but I've been through a lot.
Yeah,
exactly. So but that shouldn't make you intimidated. That should make you say, I want to get to know him, or what is it about him, or whatever. Because when I want to talk to somebody, I go talk to him.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got a question now that we done softened up and stuff, and I know that you know, can I get a doo-wop? That's all I'm saying.
You never had a doo-wop?
Yeah, I had one. That's why I want another one. I ain't know how to make them know. They had, because I was just visiting them 39 days. I was in there.
Oh, yeah.
I was a baby dog up in there, so they had to.
Oh, man. Yeah. Now you want to do up with the cookies, or you want to do up with plain peanut butter?
No, they had cookies. They did have cookies. I remember that. I remember cookies.
Cut mine.
Yeah, next time we come have me a good doo-wop.
Yeah, we'll say I have to make a doo-wop on
I've been had a taste for a doo-wop ever since I got out.
So let me ask y'all individually. Have one of y'all ever been bullied?
I have.
People know better than to try to bully me because I'm
talking about growing up. I mean,
I used to fight all the time.
Okay, so you ain't never been bullied.
Man,
they tried it.
Okay.
I've been bullied. Yeah, I remember this guy, man, back in the day. And, it was so funny. I had to be my 6', 7. Mm-hmm. And I love football. I used to think I was Gale Sayers. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I go outdoors, I'm on a play. I done beg mom to go out there and play ball. I know they playing football around the corner. So I go out there to play football. When I go out there, I see the dude that used to bully me. When I see him, I go back in the house. And I go back to my room and start playing. So mama said, well, I thought you wanted to play football. I said, nah, I'm cool. Mama like, that boy out there?
Yeah.
I said, I couldn't lie to her. I said, yeah. She said, you better get your ass out there and play football. Mm-hmm. So I either got to deal with her or deal with him. She undefeated. So I got to see what this guy got. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what I did though, and I'm just my mindset, I had a box cut. I used to cut little things. So I put the box cutter in my sock. I'm 6 years old, 7 years old. I put the box cutter in my sock. Went out there to the field. Now he's looking at me, but there's a lot of other little kids out there. So I'm like, okay. So I get out there, and then we got the plan. He get the ball. He run the ball. I hit him. I like broke his little back. I said, oh, he ain't nothing. Oh, he ain't nothing. So I went and put my little ball cut by the tree. I said, okay, we playing now. Yeah. That's how I got over.
Okay.
In the field of play, when it's not a fight, but you're playing football. Yeah. And when we had this contact, and I saw he didn't have the power that I had, it was over with me. Yeah. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Now this dude done ran me and another dude before and all this old stuff. And I don't even know why I'm running. Dude running, so I'm running with him. Yeah. But then
run no more.
Nah, I wasn't no running after that because it's like you have to face those fears. For me, yeah, I had to face those. I had to understand that I was fearing something that I didn't even have. I was insecure.
Okay. And in families, I feel like a lot of times when we nip it in the bud at the beginning, when people first do stuff, then it won't be a whole lot of animosity and built up anguish. You mad for years.
For years.
Yeah. So by the time you explode. Yeah, because my folks,
you just need to talk. I mean, come out with it.
Because me and my grandmama got to fight one Easter Sunday.
Your grandmama?
She asked for it. She was out of the
y'all physically fight?
But I physically attacked her. But the family, but they was on my side because she was the bully. Remember I told you some of your heads be the bully. So after years of being bullied by the grandmama, they had to grab her up. And now it went 6 or 7 years in her dementia state. She know not to cross me.
Oh,
okay. She'll cross anybody in the family. But when she see me,
Scott, you wrong.
Hey, Dr. Amy, she be happy now. I know in her dementia state.
You're a fool.
Because I was tired of it. I was fed up. So we come from situations, and then, like you said, it's like it go on and on. Start with the grandmama, then the children do it. The husband, like they're your aunts doing it. It's going.
They went down.
They keep on and they keep on. So
you said the magic word, man. You got tired of it. That's what a lot of these people are being tired of getting bullied. That's why you see more of what you're seeing going on.
And look, let me tell you this too, real quick. That's why I used to fight all the time too. Y'all been wondering why folks fighting in school all the time and fighting with other folks, because it's folks in your family member. The grown folks, you can't fight them. You can't do nothing to the people that's bullying you, right? So you get to school and somebody bother them to beat your ass because I can't beat my grandma's ass.
Got you.
Got you. Yeah.
So basically, you saying everybody need counseling.
They do.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I mean, and then counseling's not bad. People think about it.
I love it.
I mean, you have to really, I saw a documentary last night about this cat came out of prison in Kansas City. And, I mean, the dude, I can't remember the name of the documentary, Master something, but dude was a Rembrandt type painter. But his mom set him up sitting in prison. But the biggest thing to me, he was going to a counselor. That we have to keep everything to ourselves.
Man, I'm so sick of that narrative. Keep your big. Me and Jermaine couldn't have got through what we went through if I want to call and put people in our business.
But you got to put the right one now.
I had to get the right one.
And
you know what? And I know, not to step on nobody's toes. It was times that I was reaching out to the wrong people. I'm reaching out to people with problems that they can't even. They can't solve their problem. I need a sturdy couple that mean they gonna stay together. They mean they gonna stay together. They fight and stay together. It ain't no issue.
And then they ain't gonna be biased either. They gonna tell you what the business is, right? So I just ask y'all, have y'all ever been bullied? I've never been bullied, but back when I look back, I was part of that crew that did the cracking or laughing at the people. So that was bullying, and I guess you call them not the angry. What group you call them? The bad. Well, no, it was more. They got a name for it now. The girls when they be bad and mistreating. Cause I just watched
Mean Girls.
Mean, yeah. So we was the mean crew because I had one of my partners. He did the cracking. I was the giggler. People got mad at me for laughing all the time. I got kicked out of class. I was just laughing. So when I look back on it, man, and I apologize to all these people, man, because I remember, we crack on girls, boys, whatever. Like people that, I think a lot of times when we're young, we crack on folks. We don't have it either, but we'll crack on people that don't have it. It's almost deflection. I don't want you to see, I ain't got it either, but crack on you, point out their flaws or whatever. So I was part of that group, man.
I mean, I believe as kids, you do little things that as kids that as you grow older, you grow out of, I mean, the kids, I mean, a lot of this stuff is just going too far.
Yeah.
You don't, cracking a joke or saying something, your feelings get hurt. I mean, you have to build your self-confidence up. I mean, this is something that the parents, I know with my son, when he was growing up and he was an only child when I was here. So all he had to do was talk to me. So me and him used to have deep conversations about how he felt about different things at a young age. Mm-hmm. And the self-confidence that I tried to install in him was that, regardless of where you at or who you're around, you're there. Mm-hmm. Understand that you're there. You know better, but vibrate over this system that he had with these words that it'll come into effect. And sure enough, as he got older, he became who he is. And I'm thinking that in my, because I talked to him in her stomach, in her womb, while he was growing. It was me and him. It's like God knew I wasn't going to be there. So I had to do what I was doing. I spent time with it. And I'm saying that parents a lot of times don't spend the time with the kids to give them that security of who they are. Because I am the originator of you. So I'm gonna give you me to let you know that not find it within inside of yourself, but I'm gonna give it to you so you will have the blueprint to know that it's there. You might not understand at that time, but you're gonna feel my whole essence with you, so you know I'm walking with you. You know what I'm saying? Just give them strength.
That's a good one, because I was gonna say you could imagine as an adult how hard it is. If you get mistreated as an adult, you feel bad. So imagine a kid getting mistreated.
And they can't do nothing.
They can't do nothing. Like you said.
Yeah.
I took my frustration out. I remember a guy said to me, so a guy told me, he said, Lindell, I think the reason you was good in football, he said, you took all your frustration out on the football field. Mm-hmm. Right? And I never looked at it like that. I said, damn.
You got an outlet.
So that was my outlet. And so, you know, as a kid, you can't do nothing inside of home. You can't deal with the adults. You can't talk back. You can't really.
You can't even be yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, because they'll look at you crazy for being yourself.
Exactly.
So I always have been that parent that watched my kids, and I pretty much allow their actions to tell me how to take care of them. Okay, so I had one that we knew his first word was football. I'm not lying. The youngest one, football was his first word. Not mama, not daddy, football. That was his right. That was his first word. So we fostered that. Yeah. Okay, that one always been into theater. My oldest, we fostered that. Okay, until he evolved into a recording artist. So we fostered that. We got one. We don't know what he wants. They're built. You know what I'm saying? What I tell you about. But I have tried to foster. You know, that.
Instead of making them be something you want
that I want them to be. No, you know, our parents be like, no, my son ain't finna play no football. But what if your son wants to play football?
My son finna be a doctor.
What if he don't want to be a doctor?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right, they do it. You got some people that go to school because their family members tell them to go. I got people that have said, this ain't no degree for me. This is my mama degree. This is my mama and daddy degree. I gave it to them because they wanted me to have a degree.
And I think we learned that because we growing up, we was living for our parents or the family, whatever they want us to be or whatnot. And then I guess once we got our own, okay, you know, what you trying to be, we're going to let you be who you trying to be. But you still got to guide them at the same time and get there.
Yeah, you give them the right tools. Because like when people used to say, because Jeremy was in theater, and we used to get so much backlash about him being in theater because that's not normal for, you know, straight black children in the hood for him to be in theater. So it was a lot of backlash, and it was an expensive thing for him to do, elective extracurricular activity, but there's also plenty of scholarships out there, y'all. So if you got a kid, yeah, it's definitely cool. And let me tell y'all, y'all that got them children that want to be rappers, foster that, because that is a talent. And once you get involved in it, you realize that it's 95% business.
But do you want them to get into this rapping scene they got now? What
they
talking
now.
about?
No, they
killing Paul.
You don't. If you didn't raise them that way, they're not going to be
and that's
they're not
what
going to be into that.
We're working on something that we're trying to push more positive influences in there. You know, but my son, my youngest, Ace, he's into theater, model, good looking. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's into all that. Hell, he be having Engelbert Humperdinck and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I be like, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, he got it. He understand what he wants. He understand now. He go about it different than I do it. You know what I'm saying? I had to really pull myself back and say, look, okay,
it's harder than go.
Yeah, man, because I be like, man, if you do it like this, you do it like this. If you do, but you know, yeah, but you really can't, you know, because we still strive. You know, we're still pushing. We're still trying to get there. So it's hard to tell a person how to do something when you're still in that same role
exactly.
trying to get there.
And they're going to be like, how can you tell?
Exactly. So, you know, and then you have to me, recognize the fact that, you know, they have their own opinions, their own thoughts, their own.
That's funny you say that. That boy got mad at me because I didn't raise him good enough. Because when he decided to evolve into a rapper, you know, you go into the hood with these real life hood dudes that do this hood stuff. Yeah. Okay, so he the cleanest thing out there. He like, you didn't raise me good enough. I can't. You alive? You alive? No, but he go to work and see what. I'm glad I taught him that because he's on the rap scene, and I tell anybody, you do not have to die. This boy go, he go to work, he perform, he leaves. Okay, so if the show start at 9, we can count on Jeremy to be in that door before 12 o'clock or before 1 o'clock, depending on when he go. But he's going, he's performing, he's leaving. He network before he go on stage. He coming right back down.
Because it shouldn't. Having a career in music shouldn't be a death sentence.
You shouldn't die. You don't have to die. Well, that's a cool ending. You know, fuck up with all like the.
No, that ain't how you want to go out. Because I mean, to totally be honest with you, know, I done did all type of things in the street, but I wasn't trying to die. You know what I'm saying? I took death-defying chances. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that was a life that we lived in the 90s.
And I'm gonna say this, and people don't be wanting, again, I ain't trying to step on y'all toes, but it is what it is. These folks raise these children to be like this, and then act like they don't know why they like this. Because you and your brother now putting guns in their hands. We seeing it on Facebook. They posting up with all of this money. We know what they doing. Come on now.
They get fired now.
Come on now.
Ray and Pookie was a great child.
Right.
I mean, he did it. I mean, Ray was riding. I mean, just robbing. Killing folks. You know, I mean.
Yeah, it was. It's a, you know, and then a lot of times the thing that come out, you know, you might not even be doing half the stuff they say that you do.
Yep.
You know, people will put things on you too. Mm-hmm. You know, I done had a lot of things put on me. You know, but you know, back then it wasn't social media. It wasn't everybody didn't know your business, so it was just rumors, street talk.
See, now they go pull your shit back up that you've been posting.
You got to
5, 8, 10 years ago. They be like, you remember you was this. You got to go back and put it up now.
So. And see, that's so you got to be intelligent.
Yeah.
See, this game is an intelligent game because it's an information game. Yeah. So you have to really be intelligent on how you move, and that's come from the child to the adult. I mean, you can't just get out here and be doing these things like you heard about back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Cause it wasn't the same. It ain't the same lane. Yeah. I mean, they got cameras everywhere. You know, when we was growing up and we were coming through, you know, you could dip, you could do this, you can go do that, cause it wasn't no. But now, Big Brother watching everywhere. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you know, you have to change your game according to your terrain. See, a lot of times people ain't looking at that terrain they in. You know, they still want to live in the vicarious way that we lived back then. But what's happening is you need to be in the present. Yes. The present right here letting you know that we're sitting here talking right now, but there's cameras everywhere. We walk outside, there's cameras everywhere. You go past a light, run it, see what happens. You get a letter in the mail, with your tag on and everything. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay this ticket. So, you know, it's time out for playing. It's time to really get down and decide what you really want in life.
And then you think about, we were talking about bullying. Think about that girl that went over to Mexico and got bullied and got killed. They bullied.
Oh my God, that was crazy. And then one of them was a boy that jumped.
Allegedly.
Allegedly it was a guy. They had showed the pictures allegedly that it was somebody we don't know. Yeah. And that was bad. That was real.
I mean, but my thing is with all that.
None of that come out. It's like
allegedly she footed the bill. She paid for the place.
Allegedly. That's what. Listen, the thing is, we have to. I mean, we got to do better. I mean, and then the thing about us is, instead of learning each other, we're hating on each other. Why? I mean, we all in the same position for real.
Exactly. We all trying to come up.
I mean, we all building.
Yeah.
Why the families like that though?
I mean, cause them the ones who know you. Them the ones who understand your potential.
They gonna keep you where you.
And they'll rather hold you. Don't go nowhere.
Yeah.
I'd rather keep you.
I remember you
got 4 baby daddy. Yeah. You don't supposed to be on. You supposed to. Damn, you been in prison. Yeah. You know, all these different things that's supposed to hold me back. Yeah. And I refuse to let it hold me back. Or you refuse to let it hold. Now they say, well, I'm going to hold you. They won't.
Yeah. Ooh, let me tell you about what she used to be.
They love it.
This is what families do. Instead of building, we tear down.
And people will judge you off of what you used to do. You ain't even that person no more.
You ain't that person.
You don't even know that life no more. I can't even tell no stories about that life no more.
You left. They can't leave it alone.
They can't leave it alone.
That's so crazy.
That happened to me before somebody brought up something to me that was so old, and I'm looking crazy.
Man, listen, I ain't that dude.
A lot of people get mad at, you know, they wish they could do or be as strong as you are. They, you know, a lot of people be in that position like, I wish, you know, Amy talk about whatever she want to talk about. I wish I could do that. You know,
just become a student.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
We're not gonna ask though.
I mean, why?
Yeah, that's crazy. We won't ask.
Listen.
Like, how did you do that?
It's a girl that follow me that want to do like I do, and she do. And she asks questions right there on that post. I tell her, and then when she go live, if I'm up, I go over there and I help her out. That's how it's supposed to go.
Just like this collaboration right now. Now, as we before we go off, we gonna talk about if we gonna go with the name or.
Yeah.
I like that name.
Yeah, we next time.
Don't tell them.
We ain't gonna tell them now, but we came up with a name for this show. What we want to do is push this part of it. We really want to push this really deeper than what we're doing. We're gonna make some new changes, do some new things, new content. I mean, and we gonna get outside of the damn studio. We're gonna start having people coming to the audience.
Yeah.
So this is it's a lot of things gonna change with this. It's gonna get bigger and better. So we wanna start inviting y'all to come on into this. We want conversation. We want interaction. You know what I'm saying?
I want y'all to tell me if my stomach look like it went down this month from last month.
All of that. So yeah, if you want to be exclusive, you gonna have to go subscribe.
She look now. Look,
I forgot my teeth though. I did forget the teeth, but somebody gonna have to call me and tell me, "Hey man, don't forget your teeth.
Yeah.
Put your teeth in the bag."
Yeah.
What teeth?
The teeth that's missing.
Girl, they looking like
They looking like that. Yeah.
All in your mouth like that.
Look, so they also need to go, follow and like our page.
Yeah,
subscribe.
The Truth with Amy. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay, you can come to the Truth with Amy page. You can subscribe to the Truth with Amy page. It's a building process. I'm working with these guys. They help me out a lot. They are such a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
So when you follow the Truth with Amy page, a lot of stuff that you see is because they've helped out.
Big brothers.
So,
I mean, that's what
yes. So I appreciate my big brothers and sisters.
Definitely. And you can also go to T.O.G. and Barilla Facebook page, like and follow that page. We have YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm working on that. I'm coming one day.
We got that T.O.G. and Barilla's podcast on YouTube. Please go there, subscribe. All you gotta do is click subscribe. You ain't gotta pay nothing. Just go.
And Larry, I've been waiting on them clothes, man. You ain't seen them clothes yet, bro.
Oh,
They're gonna put it out there.
I got a 99-cent subscription. I can take
99 cents. If you go buy a bag of chips in the store, you can pay a 99-cent subscription, man. Come on, man.
And so look, we definitely,
Prescription? Subscription.
Prescription.
I think I said prescription.
I said too. You know what I'm saying? I don't be knowing.
So y'all definitely need to tune in next month. We will have the name.
Yep.
The name, what we're gonna be launching for 2023, right?
Right.
We have our name, and we also, man, we're gonna be having live audience. So if you want to be part of that, man, get with us, subscribe. We're gonna have exclusive people down here.
We got a rapper now, but he ain't.
Well, we're gonna be eating and stuff.
In the morning at 6 on the
Yeah, Truth with Amy at 6 o'clock in the morning, man. Okay.
All right. Y'all have a good evening, man.
Yeah, that's how they find every step I take it with my gate. I'm telling you, fucking little fucking memory. I'm back and you know what that means. I'm on life, and ain't nobody hollering. Wrong motherfucking with something like fuck up the past, talking about shit that happened yesterday. I'm on my knees, oh Lord, help me control this rage. I'm being treated like a bitch, locked within a cage. It's different tracks, and I won't get what you see. It's a bit crazy till they got me hanging from a tree. I'm still running, but I got the Lord on my side. There's a little corner for my homies that have fucking died. Ain't nothing changed, I still live my life in here. I ask God,
Extra footage.
We might be here till tomorrow.
Yeah, man. This thing hit me crazy, but I really think it's gonna build up when we start building our audience a little better, and we really get involved into the participation, bring the food. Next year gonna be a big deal.
It is. I agree. I'm ready.
Next year gonna
I'm
be.
ready to plan.
Yeah, we got it. I mean, and then maybe do some performing. Maybe do some performance up here.
You think we can do a quick performance right now, real quick?
Yeah.
You think we can get a quick performance right now, real quick? Yeah.